Hey everybody, K-Plum Games here, and welcome back to another episode of Mother 3. In the last one, we began exploring the new Tazmily village, which should really now be called Tazmily Town, given all of the development. Anyways, in this episode, we will be continuing to explore through Tazmily, and we will perhaps be heading off to look for this imposter duster we heard about last time. Alright, starting things off, one thing I would recommend is actually to explore the Sunshine Forest from Chapter 1. Because the forest definitely has changed, and there's a few things that I recommend doing in here before heading onward. First off, it's just a really good place to train. How was that a red swirl? What the heck? First battle is Lucas, and we get a red swirl. That's so silly. But yeah, so I recommend training here for a bit, because when you first get Lucas, he's actually pretty weak. He's only level 10, I believe. And we get 2 hits, and it's dead. Yeah, the sliver in there, a sliver hen. Get it? It's a pun on, like, snake hen, sliver hen. But it's also a Harry Potter reference, because Harry Potter was out by this point. This game came out in 2006. Harry Potter was already a thing at that point, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I actually have to fact check that. I don't know if this is a direct reference, but it's a sliver hen. And yeah, as you can see, we're taking a lot of damage, but you know, those enemies are actually pretty weak. I do recommend fighting though, just because we're really weak right now and we need experience, and most of all, more than experience, we actually need money. Because, yeah. We kinda are broke, and we kinda need to get items, so yeah, stocking up on some money in the Sunshine Forest here is actually a good idea. We got some beef jerky from this present here, and let's check in on Isaac's house. Regular mites, run-of-the-mill snakes, and ordinary dragos. When you think about it, the forest sure was boring until 3 years ago. Interesting perspective there. If you remember from last chapter, Isaac was one of the first people to get a happy box. So his opinion is that the happy boxes are actually beneficial, I would assume. And he says that the old enemies in the forest were boring, but these things are just an abomination of nature, so I don't know what he's referring to. I mean, that's just my opinion though. Yeah, I don't know. Because Isaac talks about how the enemies in the forest used to be boring, but these new enemies are basically smorgasbords of old enemies. Like, for example, this really flying mouse is a reference to the flying mouse from Chapter 1. It now has a propeller on his head. It's now, like, mechanical. I don't know. Also, Boney's about to die. Come on, get the kill. Oh, but Boney died. So that's when the scrolling HP can kind of mess you up, because if you kill the enemy as your character is dying, the character might still die if the HP doesn't scroll down far enough. What is Lucas's HP at? Okay, Lucas is actually pretty healthy. So when one of your characters is KO'd, you actually can't run, and it's very debilitating. This is the first time we've had a character die in the party, I think. And I'm gonna try and get this combo down. Wait for the off note. Oh, only 5 hits. Okay. Yeah, this is not going the way that I wanted to. Wait for the offbeat. Oh, okay. We didn't even have to wait for that one. But yeah, I mean, these things are basically chimeras, which, you know, we talked about the chimeras earlier on, especially in Chapter 1. The abominations of nature that the pigmasks were making. And Lucas grew to level 11 there. But yeah, so I think this on a smaller scale is like more realized versions of that, because the pigmasks and facade have had a few years now to kind of mess with the nature of the forest. You know, some people might say, okay, well now the nature is pretty cool because they're not how they used to be, but now all the organic life has been tampered with. So I don't know, take that for what you will. I'm certainly not a huge fan of these new Chimera type enemies, but you know, it's fine. Alright, so from that battle there, we actually got a fresh egg, which restores 80 HP, but we can actually sell those for money and they're pretty profitable, so just keep that in mind. if you want to sell those, it's good for that. Because they can eventually turn into a chicken if you have it in your inventory for long enough. Oh gosh, I can never get the combo for this song correctly. And it's supposed to be an easy song too. But for some reason I just end up hitting the buttons too fast because I feel like the combo is a little faster than the beat actually is and it screws me up. Boney is now level 12. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we're only level 11 and level 12 respectively. We're pretty weak, all things considered. And you can see that this guy here is hiding a present, but we don't want to fight him. He's actually a level 40 monster. And in that chest there, we get a Pisces bracelet, which is what we were aiming to get earlier. So that's really good. It's going to make Lucas a lot more tanky. But do not fight those guys because they will mess you up. They will kill you without hesitation. Alright, let's try to get this combo. Down. Nine hits, not bad. Another propeller attack. And yeah, while you're grinding up in the forest, it is a good idea to just sort of use the hot spring to your advantage because yeah, you're gonna lose health pretty quickly. And aside from healing items, you don't have a really good way to heal. Alright, we have killed the propeller rat, the really flying mouse if you will. And Lucas is really running low on HP, so I'm just going to use a bread roll on him. And let me check Boney's status as well. Yeah, we might as well heal. We're right here. Ooh, green swirl. Let's head onwards. Well, it's really backwards because we're backtracking, but you know, it's fine. Back in the hot spring. Yeah, I don't know. Isaac is an interesting character to me because I feel like he should be one of the characters that would resist the happy boxes. He just seems like a strong-willed man, but no, guess he's embracing this new life. He was one of the first to buy into this game. Those Sliverhens. Is it even like nice to make a Harry Potter reference in 2022? Like, I know obviously the game came out not in 2022, but I feel like to make a Harry Potter reference now is kind of in bad taste, maybe, potentially, given the creator and their controversies. I'm not even a Harry Potter fan, to be honest, but I'm not going to speak on the controversies on this channel because I'm not even fully aware of the situation entirely. I just heard things from word of mouth. I guess I could ask in the comments, maybe, is Harry Potter like a good read? Like, I know everyone is a fan of that series. As I was saying, I know everyone's a huge fan of Harry Potter, so if you're a fan of it, you're probably going to tell me to watch it, or to read it, rather. But my history with the Harry Potter franchise is that I've literally only watched the first movie. And that's as far as my knowledge on the series goes. So, next present we see here gets us a sprinting bomb. Pretty nice. And we get another present here. Now you see why I wanted to come to the forest. Lots of good items to get. The only issue is that we are having to use items on Boney and Lucas because they're not the strongest boys in the world. Anyway, so this is like heading up towards Alex's old house. And one thing I did want to show while we're up here is actually if you head all the way up to where Alex's house is, where the prologue of the game was. Oh, enemies. These are new ones actually. Reconstructed moles. And they have a fun song to combo to if you can get it down. I couldn't get it. But basically the beat for the song goes ba 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 ba. It's a fun beat to do, but it's hard. Alright, let's try it again. Couldn't get it. Yeah, it's not an easy combo to do, but you know, it's fine. We'll get it maybe. We'll get it maybe someday. Ooh, green swirl. Awesome. We snuck up on the reconstructed mole. Alright. Ah, nice, 5 hits. Alright, that was enough to take it down. Pretty cool. So I guess while we're heading up towards Alex's cabin, I could just chat a little bit about the new Tazmily, because last episode we really just did a lot of talking to the people that were there. And one thing I didn't bring attention to, but I definitely noticed, was the amount of nameless NPCs that are now in Tazmily. Lucas gets a level up in that fight. But yeah, so early on, throughout the first few chapters, the only nameless NPCs were just generic pig masks. Aside from that, every NPC had a name and a personality and unique dialogue. It's interesting now to see that, well, there's a lot of nameless NPCs, and a lot of their sprites actually resemble sprites from Earthbound, which is interesting to say the least. Yeah, so if we come all the way to where Alex's house is supposed to be, we see the sign, coming soon, Oriander Observatory. Huh, they're gonna build something here. That's fascinating. But yeah, Alex's house, just like our house and just like Reggie's house, has been struck by lightning. Not only that, but if we head over here to where we were fighting with the Dragos at the beginning of the game, no Dragos to be seen. Quite sad. It's definitely not how it was 3 years ago, that's for sure. Let's head back. But yeah, so there's a lot of nameless NPCs that are now just inhabiting Tazmily. Ah, 8 hits. Okay, that was actually pretty good for that song, because it's pretty hard to do this combo. But yeah, so a lot of the nameless NPCs that are now in Tazmily resemble characters from Earthbound. Whether that was like just reused assets or like an intentional nod, doesn't really matter, but I wanted to make that connection anyways, because a lot of the sprites are the same sprites used in Earthbound for their random NPCs. And one thing that I wanted to bring attention to is the fact that in Earthbound, the vast majority of the NPCs are nameless NPCs. There's not really many named characters aside from the ones that are like important to the plot. Most other characters are just nameless NPCs who don't really have much of a personality. In this game, there's a whole village worth of people at the beginning of the game that have names, that have personalities, that have relationships to one another. And now we're just seeing generic NPCs that you wouldn't think twice about and you wouldn't remember anything about. Just an interesting change of pace there. I think it says a lot more about what Tazmily has turned into. There's a lot more folks than what we remember from chapters 1 through 3. A lot of people we never even like interacted with. Ooh, this might have been a bad idea. Yeah, that mouse might kill Lucas. Alright, hopefully not. Let's try and get the combo. Alright. See, I don't even know what I was waiting for. I knew I did that wrong. But I did it anyways. Ah, bad battle. It's fine. We're almost back at the hot spring. I'll try and get there without fighting anything else. And I'm actually going to cut to when I get back to the hot spring. Ah, so relaxing after a long string of fights that we just did. Hopefully we got enough money to make this trip worth it. There's only one more item I think we have to buy equipment-wise, and that one's actually for Boney. So let's head back into town now that we've grabbed all the items I want to get. And while we're heading back into the city, one more thing I just want to comment on is the fact how everyone is treating Lucas and Flint and Boney by association like such outsiders because they don't buy a happy box. Like the amount of times in the last episode that we heard, oh, you haven't bought a happy box? Oh, you haven't bought a happy box? It's crazy. We'll talk about that more after this cutscene. Facade, stop it. Quit ruining this town any more than you already have. There's something not right about all this lightning, especially today's. I think you guys are behind it somehow. Leave this instant. Keep your grubby hands out of this town's affairs. Why hello there, Mr. West. You know if you keep making the veins on your forehead pop out like that, happiness will only escape you. By which I mean your hair, in this case. I miss doing his voice. In any case, I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about. Well, it's been fun. Please be careful not to trip, get hurt, or go bald on your way home. Ha ha ha. Cease this violence! I'm no bug, I'm an old man! Poor Wes. Lucas, quit snooping around me. Don't get in my way. Lucas, I really wish you would put a happy box in your home already, so you can be happy just like everyone else here. I'm always hoping for that day. See, that's another person who's told me to put a dang happy box in my home. How many times are they gonna tell me to put that happy box in my home? I'm not gonna be indoctrinated into this cult that you're fostering, Facade. No way, no sir, no ma'am. Yeah, but like that scene between Wes and Facade was funny, even though, I mean, obviously we don't like Facade, that was still a funny scene. But yeah, I mean, that just adds to what I'm saying. Like, everyone is treating us like such outsiders. Like, even the mayor's like, you're putting a bad name to our town by, like, not living by the way we're supposed to live, you know? I don't know. It's just not very friendly behavior that is happening towards Lucas right now. Anyways, we heard about this pigmass training camp in the last episode, and if we actually come to where the farm used to be, we can see these pigmass. This is our training facility. What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh? I ain't slacking off. I've just collapsed from sunstroke. What's in here? Oh, this dude's still here. You haven't moved even though you live on a training camp? Huh? Titty boo? That's pretty far away. You'll need to take the train. You also need a ticket. Alright. Seems like it's gonna be a long trek to this Club Titty Boo. But I'm sure we're up for it. What's your guys' problem? You look like you're trying to screw up our formation or something. The marching sound seems to be coming from the cassette player. Oh, you guys want to join our army too? Then you gotta go eat lots and lots until you're nice and big first. Huh. You can see that the normal fences are now barbed wire. Huh. Interesting. How shall I put this? Saying things such as this may make me seem a tad rude and unsociable, and it's for that very reason that I do not prefer to say it out loud. But, if absolutely forced to say what I want to say, I would say, get out of the damn way! Stay out of the way, will ya? Here, I'll give you a riddle to solve so you can go think about it somewhere else. Alright, here's the riddle. Jack had a parakeet named Enza. Jack got sick and his parakeet went missing. He was about to give up on life, but then influenza. That is such a dad joke. Now then, what illness did Jack have? Remember, he was about to give up his life and then influenza. The answer will come at a later time. Now get out of here. Oh my god, not influenza. It's so stuffy in this mask. Ew, what another stuffy day. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, light raft, fight raft. You're distracting me, go away. That's a cute little scene there. I like the dad joke with the influenza. Oh boy. Alright, let's head up to what is now the old age retirement home that Wes used to live in. And just like before, we can still get the Thunder Bomb behind this house. That trick never goes away. Oh boy. So remember when the mayor said that this was a nice new up-and-coming retirement home? There are leaks, there's trash on the floor. Don't know how nice this retirement home actually is. Oh, hello, Lucas. Oh, and Boney, too. Your grandfather is upstairs in the room on the far left. Cool. I'm here visiting my grandma. We play games like Pin the Tail on the Leak, Hide and Go Sweep, and the Hokey Pokey. Let's talk to your grandma then. She has nice purplish pink hair. kind of like Kumatora's but more purple than pink. Having your grandchildren visit is a true cause of happiness. Nice. I haven't seen Flynn at all lately. How is he? He's doing okay. We actually haven't seen him yet this chapter. Let's try and go find him later, I guess. Mike is here. Oh, Lucas, do you come all the way here to see me? Sure, if that will let you sleep better. Oh, okay. I was feeling lonely since my grandkids never come to see me. But since you were nice enough to come to see me, I'll give you a little spending money. It's not much, but here you go. Keep it a secret from my grandkids, though. We get $50 for saying yes. I can't keep burning Lisa forever, but I do have a happy box and nice body girls like Nan and Linda here to keep me company. So I'm pretty happy in my own way. Yeah, ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, Mike, but that's called sexual harassment these days. Oh dear, Mike. You got yourself in some hot water, my dude. This is a hard world we live in now. How disappointing. Yeah, the humor in this chapter really ramps up. Like, there was always humor in this game, but this chapter really ramps that up. Let's say hi to our granddad. Oh, Lucas, how have you been? I was dozing off just now when that really tall fellow at the crossroad appeared in my dream. Do you remember him, Lucas? Yeah, Letter, I remember him. I wonder whatever happened to him. Where is he now? Good question. He didn't seem to be at the train station. Oh, Lucas, I really embarrassed myself earlier. But curse that facade, threatening me like a bug, like a stag beetle. What? A guy who looks just like Duster? Could that moron still be... Lucas, I'll now lower my voice and talk to you in a whisper. I hate to ask, but could you go and see if this lookalike really is my moron or not? Facade's cronies are on the lookout for me, so I can't go anywhere or do anything. Please, go find that moron for me. If you do find Duster, send this stuff to let me know. Coo. At long last, my time to be useful has come. We received the carrier pigeon. Thanks, Lucas. I go myself, but everyone's on the lookout for me. Huh, it seems that some people still do use carrier pigeons. Nice to know, actually. And let's just talk about the fact that Wes is now having to share what was once his home communally with a bunch of other old people. What the heck? He was probably forced out of it too by Mayor Pusher or Facade or some other person in power here. Like, that's so rude. You could literally kick this man out of his own home to build a retirement home that he will have to share with other people. That's not cute. Anyways, up here in the graveyard, there's actually a few things for us to see. Poor Mr. Nibelite. Apparently lightning struck his house 14 times over the course of 3 years. That's not a coincidence at that point. That's just targeted lightning. Oh, Lucas, your old man's always visiting Hinawa's grave. And Nibelite probably didn't get a happy box either. With the remnants of my humble abode, no tourists. Huh. And now they have to put no tourist signs out? That's sad. Let's talk to Flint. How's it going, Dad? Oh, Lucas. It's been a while now. You should go talk with your mom. Yep, well, I guess we should. We have a memory of the good times. Wife of Flint, mother of the twins Klaus and Lucas, daughter of Alec, may the beautiful Hinawa rest in peace here for all time. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, there's still constant reminders of her. Now that we're playing as Lucas, I mean, we have a connection to her unlike any of the characters since chapter 1, because the only other character that had as close a bond with her was Flint. And we haven't played as him since chapter 1, so yeah, I definitely could see how Lucas is feeling at the moment. Anyways, with that scene done, and now that Wes is talked to, let's head back to the train tracks, because that seems to be where we have to go next. Let's head on the train tracks. Wait! Who's this man? I don't know what reasons you got, but it looks like you want to go through this tunnel, right? I know you won't listen to me if I try and stop you, so here, I'll give you this instead. Got a railway map. Cool. Do you know what the most frightening things inside the tunnel are? Nope, they're not sliver hens or mushrooms or anything like that. The answer is trains. Trains are the most dangerous thing of all in there, so be very careful not to get hit by any. I will take that advice. I will take that advice very seriously, actually, because the last thing we want is to get hit by a train. Am I right, Boney? Do you want to get hit by a train? Because I don't. I don't think that would be smart. Anyways, now that we've explored the rest of Tazmily, and now that we have our next objective, I think we're going to call it an episode here. Next time on Mother 3, we will explore the train tracks, and we will try to make it to whatever this Club Titty Boo might be. Hopefully it all goes well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.